Günaydın. Let me start with a few announcements. You should be following our course website on SuCourse regularly. I think you already got email copies of an announcement about textbook. You should have. These announcements are always placed on the course website. Starting from today, we will also give you homework problem assignments. I usually give those after the Wednesday lecture class. You will find your assignments after class on SuCourse, and I'll do that starting today. So be sure to check it. You will learn from there which problems, which questions you should study in preparation for next week's discussion hours? And what are your reading assignments? Okay. Second, my office hours. I will announce them hopefully today, this afternoon. Also on SU course, I'm waiting for the schedule of my other course to be definite. I've checked your schedules, well, the general freshman schedule, and it will probably be a lunchtime hour either on Wednesday or on Tuesday, or maybe late Wednesday afternoon, when most people seem to be free. But I'm not sure about my other class, so that will be on the announcements. Okay? Then, the present version, the newly edited version of the draft notes, the textbook for this course, will be available today after this lecture at Common, if you want to get your own hard copy. And as PDF, it's already been uploaded on SU course, and you can download it chapter by chapter. Okay? If you have a hard copy already from earlier years, this is not very different, except especially the first few chapters, which have been more or less rewritten. But you can use the updated PDF version on SU course. Right? Now, let me continue with the discussion of science. An important notion, an important concept in science is theory. What is theory? It is a group of concepts, group of statements that are connected systematically that purport to explain a wide area of science, and the predictions of such a theory have already been tested and verified to a large extent. But this is also very important. A theory is capable of making more predictions for new experiments under new conditions, so that these predictions then can be checked if they are true or false, and moreover, they can be used to design new experiments, to develop technology, etc. Now, so a theory is a body of scientific knowledge that has been verified a large number of times, and it is still open to checking. It's capable of making new predictions, new extensions, which are testable, and in principle those could be verified or falsified. It is important, it's important to realize that when I say theory in science or philosophically, it is different, in fact very, very different from a certain common daily life use of the word theory. When somebody says theory, when you are having a chat with your friend, it means in daily language something speculative. It is something that may not be true, something that's totally imagined, arbitrary, etc. That's what in daily life somebody means by theory. A scientific theory is just the opposite. It is not something arbitrary at all. It's something that has been tested, something systematic, and something that's capable of extension. And this mistake is made very frequently. People who discuss science publicly, who are themselves not really aware of what science is, make this mistake, sometimes deliberately. Even the previous Minister of Education in this country made a public statement saying evolution is after all just a theory. Of course it's a theory, but what he means is, by saying just a theory, means it's a kind of speculation. Who knows? Okay? The point is, it's a scientific theory, and for a scientific theory it means it's already been tested, and scientists, professionals know that as far as it can be tested, it has been tested, and it has not yet been falsified, and it can make new predictions, and new predictions of a theory keep being tested again and again and verified. So there is a very clear, unfortunate contrast in language between our daily language connotation of the word theory and the scientific meaning of theory. Okay? Now, what are some examples of scientific theories? Newton's mechanics is a scientific theory. It describes how things move, how they affect each other, how they interact, and what happens to the motion of a body as a result of it. Okay? Such a scientific theory, first of all, is not something easy to come by. Newtonian mechanics essentially developed as the main part of the scientific revolution, which is a major part of the Renaissance. Okay, it took ages. People before that, all over the world, did a lot of science. They were not totally ignorant, but their experiments were limited, their method was not explicit. And the first big general scientific theory, mechanics, which is the first thing we study in science, okay, was realized only in the 17th and 18th centuries. But then it's general because Newtonian mechanics, which we'll learn soon in the next few weeks, is the foundation of most parts of technology. All of our machines are designed based on a knowledge of this. So the fact that our technology works, the machines work, is a continuous test of Newtonian mechanics. It's a very general theory. Notice that another property of what I call a theory is that it's not specific. It is not a description of one particular machine or one particular experiment. What I call a theory is general enough, falls under a rather wide set of conditions, and it can be extended to new situations. Then I call it a theory. Okay? We already saw in the last lecture that even such a successful theory as the classical mechanics of Newton is not completely general. When confronted with the understanding of light, the fact that the velocity of light is constant, scientists, that means first Einstein, realized that this theory, in spite of all of its success, was not complete. There were things that it could not explain. And then he extended it, and we saw a simple example how velocities are added correctly according to Einstein. And what happens is, when a new theory comes,